Hey, hi, Mike.
Hey, Ricky.
You're looking festive, I think.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
excited about tonight's show. I'm looking forward to it.
you're excited.
Yeah, man, this is going to be awesome tonight.
You're you're not quite. You don't sound excited.
Dude, I am really excited. I mean, tonight, it's going to be great. We're going to have a
You,
great
you
time.
you know it's a Christmas show, right?
Yeah, what are you saying? I'm festive. Can you tell? I got everything here. I got
I
my
I,
Santa hat. I got
I
my
see
my
the Santa.
bows. I have like a automatic AK-47. I mean, I'm ready for the holidays.
Uh, I don't understand the sunglasses and the gun for Christmas.
What are you talking about?
I don't I don't I don't understand what's going on.
Dude, tonight is about Christmas movies, right?
Yes.
Hey, I'm ready.
Should we just start?
I think it's a good idea.
Okay. It's the Something About Something podcast with your host, Mr. Mike Schilling.
And my good friend, Mr. Ricky Pope. Oh man, what happened there?
I don't
Must
know.
heard a little bit of static on your end during the intro. Just a
I
little bit of
was
static, but that's okay.
probably was playing around with my mic cable. Hey, Jason
Yeah.
Hamilton. Hey, Lamont made it back. Ho, 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 die hard. Yeah, yippee ki Christmas. That's what kind of
Yippee
Christmas this is going to be.
ki Yes. Yeah. So I mean, we got a big show tonight. A really big show tonight.
Really big shoe. I'm wearing my Griswold family Christmas shirt.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right
I,
there.
I, I officially am a Griswold. You know that, right?
I didn't realize that. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that.
My mother, technically my mother was a Griswold. And then she married my father and became a pope.
Well, that,
So she actually is a Griswold. I'm related to Griswolds. I'm pretty sure I am related to cousin Eddie. I just from what I've seen of my family.
so you usually pump out your, stuff. Hey, wait a minute. Look at that. So which one of you is giving us static? Um,
Oh man, you still
yeah,
hearing it?
yeah, I sent you a static private chat deal.
Are you still hearing it? Oh man,
Yeah, not right now.
Not now, not
Not
now,
now.
not
Not
now.
now. Not now.
Okay, all right.
We know what you need for
My
Christmas.
my f- what? Well, okay, it could have been my phone because I forgot to mute my phone and it
Oh
went
my
off just a
goodness.
second
Yeah.
ago.
Well, it was doing it
So
in the beginning of the show and right
it's
up to.
Lamont says it's the tinsel.
It's the tinsel. I love the tinsel.
Did you see my caption today?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
You didn't read it? It said something about hopefully they don't get their tinsel in a wad.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah, I did. I did.
Tinselitis, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a really, really big show tonight. We're going to talk about it. Don't you feel this time of year, you Christmas music, and you've got, some awesome Christmas music out there, and
Oh yeah.
and then you got some movies, and then you got new movies coming out, and you
Love
got
the Christmas
and you
movies.
got you end up getting some new traditions because movies are coming out. I mean, it's a great time of year. But you know what? Before we go there, we have some week happenings, don't we?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, this week is nuts.
absolutely so much going on.
I'm gonna let you kick it off because there is so much going on right now. What's top on your list that's really got you revved up?
Well, okay. Let's start with Warner Brothers, man. Warner Brothers this is a crazy deal. Warner Brothers they are going to release every movie. Their plan is to
I know.
release every movie in
Yeah.
2021
Yeah,
same day as theaters. They're going to release them for 30 days on HBO Max for free.
I know.
Well, I mean, you got to pay for HBO Max, but
But you think about it, I mean, and they're not being charged extra. It's your monthly subscription. So
exactly. Yeah, your monthly subscription, every movie they release, and but it's only 30 days. After 30 days, they're going to pull it, and then it'll only be on demand.
I saw this interesting article, and I'm just going to pop it up. It was kind of but right now,
Yes.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah. And actually, that's funny. You've got Godzilla on there. Who is it? I've got it written down. Hold on. Legendary Entertainment. Legendary Entertainment is planning to file some kind of legal paperwork.
Yeah, Daryl
to try to
McCarty.
stop.
Daryl McCarty from the audience. He just sent us a message. Theaters are going to die, and I don't know. I mean, right now, if you look at the situation with the movie theaters, well, you were talking about what was the movie that came out just this past weekend that just barely.
So box office receipts for this weekend.
Yeah.
Top film for this weekend was Freaky, which is kind of a cross between Freaky Friday and Friday the 13th. Yeah, that's a thing. A teenage girl switches bodies with a serial killer.
Yeah.
And
that happens every day.
Yeah, more often than you think. So it brought in $1.2 million for the weekend, and that was number one. We're talking, these are movies that should be bringing in $30 or $40 million a weekend.
It's pretty insane, and you got a lot of talent, a lot of people like here. Christopher Nolan, he rips HBO Max a new one. He says it's the worst streaming service, denounces Warner Brothers' plan. And I mean, the Dune production company, they're thinking about taking legal actions.
Yeah, that's legendary. That's legendary.
That's legendary.
Yeah. Yeah, that's who's they're talking about. And I guess they were involved in the Godzilla movie. Yeah. So they're thinking about filing paperwork for that one as well. Crazy deal, man. But
I don't understand how they can do it. But
you're talking about theaters.
Yeah.
This is another thing I saw this week. Cinemark, Cinemark. Make sure I'm saying that right. No, Cineworld. Cineworld. They own Regal Cinemas. They have just announced they have figured out funding through spring of 2021.
Yeah, because they thought they were going to shut down for good.
Yeah, they weren't sure they were going to make it past January.
Yeah.
So now they restructured a bunch of finances, restructured some debt, did a bunch of different things, and now they're saying they think they can make it through the spring at least.
I tell you what, I mean, this is really, this is hitting Hollywood right here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and it changes everything.
Right in the pocketbook.
Well, you look,
What are you going to do? You're going to either have to reduce budgets, or figure out a way to make more money somewhere else.
And my question is, how is HBO Max going to make money for high value productions on a subscription basis without having some type of pay-per-view type of deal?
I don't know.
I mean, these are big names. I mean, we're not like Matrix 3 they're talking about. That's one of them that they're going to play only on HBO Max.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how all that's going to work out. Apparently, Disney releasing streaming service and, having their stuff going has really propped up the Disney company as a whole. And that was something I read this week as well.
I was saying Matrix 3, but there's another one that's supposed to come out, a Matrix. I read that somewhere, so that's supposed to be coming on. I don't know. Okay, maybe I slept.
We'll have to check that one.
We'll check that one out.
But I mean, we already know, on Christmas Day, Wonder Woman's coming out on HBO Max.
Or they're going to have Suicide Squad too.
Yeah, that's later in.
That's later in
January.
Yeah. But it just tells you these big names.
Oh, yeah.
These big film productions that cost a lot of money.
Yep.
That normally
movies.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't always do this, but we actually have action on the Manny cam. We should totally bring him on camera.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, he stopped moving. As soon as I brought him on camera, he stopped moving.
Yeah,
Manny, why do you do that? Why do you do this to us?
Unless he gets paid, he won't.
Jason Hamilton says, have they tried turning Hollywood off and back on
again?
Yes.
That is awesome.
Oh, man. Good stuff.
I tell you what,
Yeah. What else do we have? News. We got some other news.
big one for me, and I know it is for you, is Spider-Man 3.
Crazy stuff.
Isn't
there.
that crazy? They're going to bring back. It's like a Spider-Man reunion, and
Yep.
it's insane. They're going to have, Tobey Maguire and what's the other guy's name? Garfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony Garfield.
Anthony Garfield
Yep.
and the gym I have membership. What do you
Todd
say?
VC says the gym I have a membership at is declaring bankruptcy. It's a good thing since I haven't ever gone.
Well, yeah, he doesn't have to try to get out of his membership. So there you go. That's a good deal.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just automatically get out of membership.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so all those guys are going to be on there, and they have announced that Alfred Molina is coming back as Dr. Octopus,
Yeah, exactly.
which and now there's been people talking about Jamie Foxx coming back as Electro as well.
I've heard that too. Terrence Jones just said a multiverse,
Yep.
and that's a night. I mean, that could be.
Well, and speaking of the multiverse, the Multiverse of Madness, the Doctor
Yeah.
Strange movie.
Yeah.
I just read something that says that the understanding of the production is that Doctor Strange is going to step into the mentorship role of Iron Man for Spider-Man movies.
Interesting. I think that would be a good match. I think
I
would
think-
be. I think so.
that could work.
Yeah.
They've met before
Yeah.
in one of the other movies. They both are part of that New York lifestyle. So
Hey,
they're close.
Whitney So.
Hey, Whitney
Whitney
Soes.
Soes.
Good to see you. But I think it could be a good match.
I think so too. Let me look through here just real quick because it's got so much going on. They found another. What's the deal with this? What is it?
Monolith?
Yeah, what's the deal with the monolith? What?
I don't know.
They just found
So
one.
weird.
I read an article that a day ago they found one, a mini one in North Carolina, Fayetteville, North Carolina.
At this point, I don't know if people are just like, oh, that was cool. Let's go do that real quick.
Yeah.
They're like building something. Yeah. I saw another one. I think it was in California, in like a parking lot.
Yeah, they had one at the same time they had one in Romania.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
and it was about the same time. Yeah,
All I'm saying is, if this is not a publicity stunt for a new movie about aliens,
yeah,
somebody missed the boat.
yeah. This is great. This is
know.
good stuff.
But what we need to do is like take a map of the world and plot them all out and see if it like spells something.
Kind of like down on the field, the cornfields. One of the
Daryl McCarty says the Space Federation is dropping them.
That's true. That was another article I was reading too, on top of my head. Apparently, they were talking about somebody, the Space Federation, something in the United States. They're talking with aliens. They're
Oh my god.
kind of like a Men in Black kind of deal, and they were serious about that.
Anyway.
Anyway.
That's
Anyway.
crazy
Anyway.
stuff.
So,
Crazy things. Oh, one more thing about Spider-Man before we leave. I know we already left Spider-Man, but I forgot. There is rumor that Charlie Cox, Daredevil from the Netflix show, is going to be in it. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's going to happen.
I don't know
But
either.
you got another New York character. He could come in. It could work.
It could work.
I don't know if that'll happen. I'm concerned it's too much.
You
It's
think?
going to be
Yeah.
a mess of a movie.
Yeah, I think so too. Have too many people in it.
Yeah.
I mean, they did it with End Games, but it was different though.
Yeah,
That was
there weren't
different.
so many. It feels like there would have to be multiple storylines here.
Yeah, exactly.
Either that, or
Yeah.
they're all going to walk on for a 5-second cameo, and you're going to be like,
Yeah.
well, that wasn't worth it."
Well, I heard they were going to keep Punisher too. They were going to incorporate Punisher in that
Yeah,
too.
I know he's been in talks.
The same actor who played
Yep.
in Netflix, who also played in The Walking Dead, which he's really good. And in the Netflix version of Punisher, Marvel
Yeah.
Netflix Punisher is really good. So
Yeah,
Really
I
good.
know they've been in talks with him to see if they can make that happen. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. So you got some Nerf news, right?
Yeah, apparently, if for your Star Wars fans out there and Mandalorian fans, apparently
Yes.
you can now pre-order this handy dandy Nerf Mandalorian rifle.
I
Yes,
so
sir.
want this.
Isn't that something?
Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Pre-order now because they're gonna probably go really fast.
Yeah, what is it? It's like 50 inches long. This thing's
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
It's big and yeah, it's just I'm just fascinated that this exists.
You
Do
wear-
we have any other news?
As far as this week news, I don't have anything else. Do you have anything?
I don't. I mean, Mulan's free now on
Yes.
Disney Plus. So
Yeah.
Disney Plus has now gone through the full gamut of it was
Yeah.
kind of on demand.
Oh,
Except
forget.
it was like $30.
And-
you paid the
Yeah.
$30 to see it, but now it's free. So now they've done that whole process.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get more information about if they're going to continue to do that kind of stuff.
Hey, well, the big thing for gamers now, the big game from CD Red Projects people have been waiting for a long time. It's been pushed back, is Cyberpunk 2077.
Yes.
And the install size for the PS4 is 60 gigabytes.
Ouch.
For PS5, 101 gigabytes. Xbox One, close to 60 megabytes. And for the PC, 70.
Wow, that is insane.
Yeah, this is a big, big game. And it's supposed to be released sometime. I think it's going to be, they call it 12 a.m. GMT, General Mountain Time, global GMT. Yes, so
Yeah,
and
it's somewhere in Europe.
yeah, somewhere. It's somewhere. Ron Swanson says, if it's
Yeah.
not in America, it doesn't matter.
Lamont will know
No,
what
I'm
that
just
means.
kidding. I'm just kidding. So
Lamont will know what GMT means. And he can tell
GMT.
us what it is.
It's
in
a car,
America.
isn't it? I think it's a car, if I'm not mistaken, a GMT. I think with that, we better do some stupid news, and then we
Is it
need to
time
get
for stupid
into. I
news?
think it's time for some stupid news, my friend.
All right, let's do it. It's the stupid news with your host, Mr. Mike Schilling.
Remember last week where we talked about the guy in that car who had like the gigantic light pole on his hood? You remember that one we had a couple of weeks back? Yeah. I don't know what it is, but the situation is the same in Manchester, England. Apparently, this woman has some bizarre footage that emerged about a car being driven down a busy highway with an entire greenhouse strapped to its roof.
What? Oh my goodness.
Exactly. Yeah, apparently the passing drivers were stunned as the vehicle drove speeds up to 40 miles per hour with an 8-foot by 6-foot metal frame balancing on the top of it.
Oh my goodness.
Not only this, there was a backseat passenger was even seen with their arms out the
Holding
window,
onto it?
holding onto the structure.
Oh my god. Was it not strapped on?
No, it was not.
It's just sitting there. Oh
He's
my
just
goodness. That little Citroen car barely hold it up. Oh my
Exactly.
goodness.
Yeah, he said
That's crazy.
Yeah, he said Teresa Melberry, who was a passenger in the car behind, apparently she filmed it, and they followed the car for a couple of miles. She said there was even someone. She was saying, thankfully there was no glass because it would just totally blown out the glass. They said they were saying this is not the first time this year that a motorist has decided to go out for a spin, but. They said that a driver in Greater Manchester was caught on camera with one strapped on the roof. It was another one, strapped to the roof on the back in January.
Lamont says Mad Chester.
Exactly. But they said that this particular one actually took down a couple of telephone poles. So,
Oh no.
yeah, so there you go.
Oh, that's not good.
No, that's not good at all.
Oh my goodness. What else do we have for stupid news?
Well, a situation, this is, well, I guess is it deer season? Is it hunting season? I don't know. I'm not a hunter,
I'm not a hunter, so.
but apparently a hunter in Czechoslovakia in the Czech Republic was charged by a deer.
Ooh.
He was charged by a deer, and it snagged the man.
How much did the deer charge him? Did he have enough money?
I don't know. Apparently, he didn't need the money because the deer snagged the man's gun on his ant. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, apparently the deer with his antler snagged the man's gun, and the man had the gun slung around his arm. So, apparently he just got a little bit wounded on the side. But the man says that one of the hunting dogs in his group startled a stag in a wooded area, causing the panic deer to run directly towards him. The deer antlers ripped the man's sleeves and ended up snagged on his .22 Hornet rifle, which had been slung over his left hand at the time. The animal ran off into the woods with the hunter's unloaded gun still attached to the antlers.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, apparently he told the police because in the Czech Republic you have to report any firearms that become missing. So apparently there's a deer out there checking. You got to be careful now in the Czech Republic because yes, the deer hunts you.
Yes,
Jason,
in Soviet Russia, deer hunts you.
Yes, the deer hunts you. Exactly. But this one is my favorite one up next. This time of year, okay, now, for you gamers out there, you're having a hard time buying a PS5.
Yeah.
It's really difficult right now. I know this
story.
This is one of the worst times to find a PS5. So if you find a PS5, be thankful. Well, in a situation in Taiwan, apparently on November the 21st, a Taiwanese Facebook user who listed himself as Jin Wu wrote that he had purchased a PS5 from a reseller the previous day. He said that after agreeing to pick up the device in person, he called the reseller's number and the woman answered the phone. Wu said that when he spoke to the woman about the console, she sounded like someone who does not frequently play video games. He also marveled at the remarkable low price tag for the new device, cheaper than any others he's seen. Despite the price, the woman seemed quite eager to sell it, and when he met the owner of the console in person, he was surprised to see a middle-aged man whom he judged to be an avid gamer. When he began chatting with the man, Wu asked him where had he originally purchased the PS5. The man responded he bought it from an e-commerce site that we'll leave unnamed. Wu then complimented the man on his ability to find a good bargain online and asked, "Did you buy two? Otherwise, why you're selling it?" The man was silent for a moment before saying, "My wife wants to sell it." He had a bitter expression on his face, and Wu was lost for words. The seller then said, "It turns out that the woman can tell the difference between a PS5 and an air purifier." As early as June, so apparently, as early as June, apparently he told his wife it was an air purifier when he bought it. Apparently she knows the difference. Here's the comparison right here, right next to the little Robobot next to it. And because of this, there've been memes all over Taiwan like this saying air purifiers breathe clean, pure, and fast and wide.
That's awesome.
And that is stupid news.
Oh my goodness, that was awesome. This has been the Stupid News with your host, Mr. Mike Schilling.
You can hear my wrapping paper, you said. Between the static and the wrapping paper, I wonder how this show is going to get going here.
I don't know.
Here, let me see here.
I noticed I could hear your wrapping paper. Yeah. I was like, that is so
pardon
funny.
me. I'm gonna unwrap myself here.
Oh, no.
No, it's okay.
Okay, you can do it.
Sorry. Oh my goodness, this is bad. Oh man. It took my wife 3 hours to make for me, so I hate ripping it like that. That's anyway. So anyway, don't ever put a greenhouse on top of your car.
And don't try to convince your wife that a PS5 is an air purifier.
Yeah, yeah. I almost didn't. I was this close, not airing that because I was hoping I could get away with it because we talked about getting an air purifier in the house. So unfortunately,
Nice.
you can't find a PS5 right now, so that didn't turn out that way. Yes, Michael Schilling is rapping.
Yes.
Oh,
Mike in the
Mike
box.
in the box.
Nice, Chad.
Oh,
Good
that's
one.
nice. That's really
Honestly,
nice.
when I saw you wrapped, I really thought your shirt had a similar color to mine.
Yeah.
And I thought, he's going to unwrap and he's going to be wearing the same shirt I am. But you're not. So
No, I'm not.
it'll be all right. So what are we talking about tonight?
We're talking about Christmas movies.
Don't be so excited about it.
That's right. The kids are excited about it.
The kids love Christmas movies.
They do. They love Christmas movies. It's so much
Yep.
fun. This holiday season, I had an opportunity to see a movie about Santa Claus that I thought to myself, this is going to be a whole new experience. I mean, I remember when Elf came out and I saw it. It was like
Yeah.
one of my new holiday classics. You grow up,
Yeah.
you watch
So many
the
people
Christmas
love Elf,
Story
yeah.
and all this other stuff. Well, this new one came out, and I'm thinking, I think this is going to be on my top 5. So I wanted to talk about it a little bit, and it's nothing but good old Fat Man. That's right, Mel Gibson.
I so want to see this movie.
Yes.
I so want to see this movie. I haven't seen it yet.
Yes.
But I'm okay with spoilers. By the way, let's go ahead and do this real quick.
Yes.
This is for the entire remaining portion of the show. Just be aware, spoiler alerts. Everything else can be spoilery.
It can pop up here and there and everywhere. That's right. Here's another
So
photo.
tell me about Fat Man.
Well, Fat Man is, of course, played by Mel Gibson. It's kind of like,
So awesome.
how kind of reminds me of how Tim Burton, with Batman, he does
Yeah.
kind of more of a comic type of universe. And then later on, Nolan came out with a more kind of a realistic. Well, this is kind of this way too. Apparently, in this movie, there's a rich kid, pretty brat, and let's just say he's not a very good kid. And one Christmas, he opens up his present and he got a box full of coal. Well, and the next thing he does, he calls up a hitman to take out Santa Claus. Well,
Oh my gosh.
let's just say
I
Santa
love
Claus.
the premise of
Just
this
say
movie.
Santa Claus. You get a chance to watch the trailer, but Santa Claus can hold his own. Now, I thought it was interesting after I saw it, and it's a slow burn up to the point. Just to let you know, it's a slow
Okay.
burn up to the point with a confrontation between the hitman and Santa Claus. But
Okay.
the whole thing is really good. But I had a couple of reviews that it was on Rotten Tomato, and
Okay.
I wanted to read it. Here's one I hear. I hope this is set in the John Wick universe. I want a crossover.
Nice.
This is made in response to the people who say Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie.
Nice.
This was actually a good movie. No fat man was harmed in the making of this.
Awesome.
Mel Gibson's voice has aged like fine wine. I agree.
That
I
is true.
agree.
That is true.
Looks like Lethal Weapon and Payback in a Santa Claus suit. Next year, they kidnap Santa and becomes taken for slave.
Slay for the sleigh.
Slay for the sleigh. Oh, we got a little
Oh
bit
my
of static,
gosh.
just a little bit of static going on here. And
Is that better?
that's better. Each Christmas, the Santa Claus movie gets wilder and wilder. Mentioning the, I guess he's referring to the
Santa Claus movies.
the Santa Claus movie, the one with Tim Allen, I guess.
Yeah.
And in just a world, this Die Hard will form a new standard of Christmas double features for adults. Okay.
Yes.
And let's see here. Watched last night, left with a strange feeling that Santa will be back in Deadpool 2. And let me look through here real quick. Yes, Mel Gibson's Santa Claus. If you're naughty, he won't be nice.
Oh, nice one.
Anyway, I'm going to kind of go through here, see one that, this is a Lethal Weapon meets Disney on Ice. And, yes, I say I play I play Santa and I approve of this movie. Okay, let's go to the next one here. And it looks like Michael Bay saw Bad Santa and Krampus and decided to try combine the two movies. And yeah, and okay, well, that's it on that. I think
That's brilliant.
Yeah, but you can.
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie. I really like it, but you gotta have to. It's a dark movie, so it was really good. I think Mel Gibson did a really good job on it. So,
all right. So before we go any further, let's kind of clarify Christmas movies.
Yeah,
because people have some differing opinions on different movies, and I'm not going to judge anybody's real choices. Yeah, I am. I'm absolutely going to judge people.
Yes.
So I've categorized like 4 different things. One is movies that release on or around Christmas.
Yes.
That does not necessarily make something a Christmas movie. Agreed?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like Wonder Woman is not going to be a Christmas movie.
No.
It's coming out on Christmas Day. See, I got a buddy who considers all the newer Star Wars movies Christmas movies because they came out in December.
Denied.
Yes,
Yeah,
I don't.
I
Yeah,
agree.
exactly.
So that does not make something a Christmas movie.
No.
In fact, you could have a Christmas movie that doesn't come out in December. Now, I think it's
That's
bad.
true. That's
it's bad planning, but I think that could happen. Okay, so then you've got movies that have at least a Christmas scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Having a Christmas scene doesn't necessarily make something a Christmas movie, but it doesn't. But only having one Christmas scene doesn't necessarily make it not a Christmas movie. So then the third one is movies where Christmas is the backdrop of the movie. Christmas is happening through the whole movie. But it's like the movie is happening around Christmas.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So, and then we've got movies where Christmas is the actual theme of the movie.
Yes.
So, and the ones where Christmas is the theme of the movie, I think there's no doubt those are Christmas movies. If Santa is a main character, it's a Christmas movie.
Hey, Fat Man.
Exactly. That is, even if that happened in the summer, that's a Christmas movie.
Exactly.
It didn't have to happen at Christmas for that to be a Christmas movie. Santa is a main character. It is the whole theme of the movie is Christmas.
And that's how I feel about the next one. I think it falls right up there. Bruce Willis and Die Hard. I totally think.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
Exactly. So, yes. Because you know what, Ricky? It's not Christmas until I see Hans Gruber falls from the Nakatomi Tower.
Exactly. So
but let's talk about that though.
So give me your defense of Die Hard. And I'm okay with Die Hard being a Christmas movie. Christmas is definitely the backdrop to this movie. We agree?
I agree.
It is not necessarily the focus in the movie. It is definitely the backdrop, but it's all happening on Christmas Eve. It all happens in one night. And there's kind of Christmas illusions throughout the entire movie, right?
Yes. Exactly.
Okay, so give me your defense.
Okay, number 1, terrorists, are they good or are they naughty?
They are naughty.
Okay. McClane, he's a cop. Not always good cops, but he's a cop.
He's a cop.
So he represents kind of a shadow of Santa Claus. And he's going in to take care of the naughty kids.
And the building doesn't have a chimney per se, but
No.
it does have air ducts. Which
And glass.
Kind of
Has lots of
act
glass.
Like, the air ducts kind of act like chimneys, though, right?
And you look at, Hans Gruber, he's kind of German, so don't forget, the birthright of Santa Claus, all St. Nick kind of goes back in Germany. So there you go. There's a combination there, right?
Yeah.
The guy who from Family Matters, he's the cop. Okay. Yeah. He's kind of he's kind of like an elf.
Okay. Jason Hamilton says, "Quote: I'm okay with this being a Christmas movie." Then he says, "There is never a question about this being the Christmas movie." By the way, I love this movie. I think this is a great movie.
No, but I understand why people are saying the other way around. But you know, this is a Christmas classic for the whole family, and I think Fat Man will be right up there with it.
Yeah.
But Fat Man, against the difference, Fat Man is Santa Claus. So there you go.
There you go. So I'm going to throw a movie out.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is one where traditionally everybody thinks of this being a Christmas movie. But
Okay.
there is some conjecture as to whether this is a Christmas movie, and it's A Wonderful Life.
Interesting.
So,
You'll-
okay.
I mean,
So-
I associate it with being a Christmas film, but
Okay.
it
And let's talk about that. So why do you generally associate It's a Wonderful Life with being a Christmas film? What's the first thing that pops off the top of your head?
the Christmas tree.
There's a Christmas tree at the end. There is a Christmas tree at the end. It
The
tends
angel
to play
that comes down. Yeah. Go ahead.
There's an angel. It tends to play 24 hours a day on some channel at Christmas time, at least once.
Yes.
I don't know
Can't-
why
I
we
don't know
ever
why.
did that.
I don't know.
Oh my goodness, I remember that as a kid. Is there not something else on? We only had 4 channels, and one of them was A Wonderful Life all day long.
Yes.
Killing me. So, It's a Wonderful Life. So let's think about Christmas isn't really the backdrop to It's a Wonderful Life. There's a
Not
scene
really.
at the beginning,
Yeah.
and there's a scene at the end where it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay? Everything else in the middle is a super depressing vision of his life
Yeah,
where
exactly.
he's not in it.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like a chapter in my book, but I don't.
This is one of those where there's a fair question as, can you legitimately say this is a Christmas movie? There's no Santa Claus. There's not really. It's not focused on a nativity. It's not focused on Christmas. It just the beginning and the end are Christmas,
Yeah, exactly.
and that's really
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's pretty much so.
So that's that. I'll
Kind
just
of
leave that open.
It's kind of a redemption story, or just,
Yeah.
you know, it's almost like Scrooge in a way, you know, except, you know, yeah, anyway, but you know,
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. Never mind. Let's scratch that. Let's go to the next one. Now, go ahead and bring up the next one. What else
Which one
do you
want
think?
to do?
Well, I mean, this is another one that's kind of interesting. It's, well, you know,
Are you
Batman Returns.
Batman Returns. Now this is a great one. This one is worth discussing. The whole movie, the entire backdrop of this movie is Christmas.
exactly.
There was even like a big Christmas parade at one point,
Yeah.
as I recall.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this movie in a while. I really love this movie, but it's been a long time since I've seen it. But there's tons of things that are happening. It's all happening right at Christmas time. Lots of decorations throughout the entire film. It's definitely the backdrop.
Yeah, and plus, you know, Batman, he pulls out his bat gun, you know, and so that's Christmas to me right there.
Anything with Christmas lights and a gun. That's
Yeah.
all it takes.
Yeah, but but that kind of falls in the same thing. And Christmas is a backdrop for the movie.
Yeah.
It's not exactly a Christmas movie, would you
Is it
say?
a Christmas movie? I don't know. I'm either way on this one. I probably would put this one in not a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
But it, you know, but it, you know, if you were adamant that it was a Christmas movie, I probably wouldn't fight you over it, since the entire movie is set during Christmas time.
Well, since we're talking about these types of movies, what do you think about Gremlins?
Gremlins. I do not think of Gremlins as a Christmas movie at all. Although
don't? A
I
little bit.
understand it was a Christmas present.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. And plus, you know, they sold tons of them, you know, at Toys R Us in the 1980s. I mean, it has a little hat on there. And look at that little Casio, you know, piano on there. I mean, I could get down with that, you know.
Yeah.
Do a little jingle bell with dog noises and stuff like that. So, yeah, so you don't really see that as a Christmas movie, do you?
I don't think of that one as a Christmas movie. How about you?
I don't. I really don't.
I don't.
But I thought it was funny. But I tell you, one of my favorites.
By the way, if you go
Yeah.
to The Nerdist,
Yeah.
there are articles on The Nerdist about why or why not these movies are Christmas movies. on every
Really?
one of these movies we've talked about so far.
Really
Yes, even It's a Wonderful Life.
interesting.
And,
Interesting.
and they actually say that no, that's not the Nerdist. But I was going to say I think the Nerdist
Wait a minute.
says it is a
Is it
Christmas.
the Nerdist or the Nudist?
The Nerdist.
Nerdist. I couldn't hear you. I thought you said the
Nerd.
Nudist.
No.
That's a different subscription. Anyway,
Guys, yes.
yes, it is. So, speaking of that, this. Well, go ahead. I'm going to let you. I'm not going to take over all this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's go ahead.
let's go with let's see. We have so many. Let me pick my favorite. Can I do?
Yeah.
my
Go
favorite?
ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Let's do it now.
The Griswolds.
Okay.
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, I
is
was gonna-
absolutely my favorite Christmas movie, and I think there is no doubt that it is. Larry says best ever Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I
Yeah.
totally
Exactly.
agree,
I
Larry.
totally agree with you.
It is my favorite Christmas movie. I love to watch this movie. I think it's definitely a Christmas movie. Christmas is not just the backdrop. This movie wouldn't make sense if it wasn't Christmas.
Oh no.
So many of the gags wrap around
all-
Christmas. It's a Christmas bonus. It's jelly of the month, which you get that kind of junk.
Yeah,
Christmas.
Cousin Eddie in an RV getting his
Cousin
sewage
Eddie-
pump. Yeah, into
Yes,
the
all the family shows up and comes to visit.
Exactly.
It's I think it is the epitome of a Christmas movie that doesn't have Santa as a character.
Yeah, I think it's one of my favorites, and yes, it is the best Christmas Vacation movie, I believe too.
Yeah, I think it's. I'm not a huge fan of all the vacation movies.
No, I'm not
I
either.
love this one.
Yeah, this one is good.
And I have the shirt.
There you go. There you go. And I love the car with the tree on the top. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I think this next
Clark
one
is just over the top the whole time.
I think you were talking about how A Wonderful Life is on 24 hours during Christmas
Yes,
all day.
yes.
This is another movie, and I love this
Oh.
movie, but because they played it over and over again, I didn't want to see it anymore. But it is one of my favorites, and yes, yes,
Yes, a Christmas Story.
A Christmas Story.
It is a great movie. The first billion times I saw it.
Exactly, same here. You take away the freshness of it when you do that, and I don't understand why they do that. They just think, okay, we're just going to play it for 24 hours straight, and we don't have to do anything all day. I don't.
Yeah, well, they only have to pay for it once, so they don't have to pay for it over and over again when
Well,
they show
that's
it.
a good
So,
deal. That's a good deal.
Yeah, but that's one of those movies where Christmas is in the title. I'm going to give you that it's a Christmas movie. It's building up. The story revolves around the Christmas present he wants. Will he get it? Won't he get it?
Red Ryder. Yeah.
Yep. Red Ryder BB gun. You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
That's right.
But yeah, definitely a Christmas movie. I think it's a good movie. I think it's overplayed.
I think so too.
But
I think
some of the gags are brilliant, though.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's been played so much. It's kind of
Yeah.
like, okay, I got to have something else. I can't watch this for 24 hours. I can't. Let's just say after 24 hours, by the time Christmas comes again, you're done watching it
Yes,
because you've
Well,
seen it so much. Yeah,
the leg lamp.
yeah,
It was a major award. The leg lamp.
yes.
Somebody
Fragile. It's Italian.
Fragile.
Fragile.
Yeah. One of our local towns, smaller local towns in Oklahoma, they had a 40-foot inflatable leg lamp in their town square.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Terrence says he watches that one all day when they do it. Oh, Terrence, I can't watch it all day. I can watch it once.
I can't.
Once a
yeah.
season is all I can handle. Once a season. Oh, so let's see what else we got here. Let's go for one of my other favorites. Can I combine two, Mike?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
yeah,
so
go ahead.
you and I talked about these just a little bit before the show. I want to
Yeah.
combine them because they both have the same lead actor. They both have similar storylines. So Holiday Inn is a fantastic movie from 1942, I think.
Yes.
And then White Christmas, which is a loose remake with a slightly different storyline.
Yes, Danny Kaye,
with Danny Kaye instead of Fred Astaire.
Yeah.
And it's in 1954, I think it was.
Yeah.
These are two amazing Irving Berlin musical movies. I don't know how many of you guys like musical movies. I am a huge fan of musical movies. You know, my degree's in music, so
For me, it depends.
it depends on the musical.
Depends. Like I can't stand Cats.
See, I love Cats, the musical, the stage production.
Yeah.
That movie that came out is an abomination.
Yeah.
We won't discuss that.
I like the older stuff, Holiday Inn, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the Fred Astaire, Danny Kaye, the Bing Crosby is the lead actor in both of these movies. There's an inn out in the country, and is it going to snow? Is it going to not snow?
But if you think about it, Holiday Inn, it features a lot of holidays because our whole gimmick is about opening up for specific holidays. So
yeah, this was actually I actually had read some more about this several years ago, and Irving Berlin, it was his idea. He wanted to write a song for every major holiday of the year.
well, that's where White Christmas actually. That was the first movie. That's the movie it debuted on.
Yes, and it won awards for that song.
Yes, exactly.
So every major holiday of the year is featured in Holiday Inn, including an Easter song that everybody will be, the song about the Easter bonnet. That's an Irving Berlin song.
Is it?
They brought back specifically for the movie.
They did one for Lincoln's birthday, didn't they?
Yes, they made up some interesting ones. I was like, really? That's a song? I don't think that was a song before this movie.
Exactly.
But the patriotic one, is that a Lamont asks, is that an Oklahoma? Is that a musical, Oklahoma? Yes, Oklahoma is a musical. It's a good musical. I like Oklahoma as a musical. So Holiday Inn, it is. They are definitely two different movies, but they have some similar themes. If you're more into love triangles, Holiday Inn is the movie for you. If you're into, making a retired military man feel better about himself, White Christmas is the better movie for you.
Yeah. This movie I loved as a kid. I remember watching it with my grandfather.
Which one? Holiday Inn or?
No, this one right here. It's
new movie.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, Babes in Toyland with Laurel and Hardy. It was an old movie. As a kid, I remember watching it with my dad, and to me, it was I enjoyed the movie. I think it was made back in 33 or 35. I can't remember. But basically, it's kind of off of the March of the Wooden Soldiers. Mm-hmm. And so it's like I said, I don't know if it's out there to watch again, but it's one I remember as a kid. So
yeah, I think that's a great movie. Now, one I really love, and I probably watch some version of it at least once a year, and that's Miracle on 34th Street.
I love that movie.
Now,
not the remake, not the remake.
See, I like the remake too.
I don't.
You don't like the remake?
No. This one, yeah.
I think I like the remake because the little girl is played by the same actress that plays Matilda. And I just think she's a great actress. I think that's why I like the remake.
I guess I'm a classic guy. I like the older movies like that, and I'm not much for the remakes on some of those. So,
yeah. Well, I think it was pretty true to the original, though. They didn't depart too far from the original movie. It's not like some remakes where they just butcher the original movie. Like,
I'm surprised we don't have Krampus on our list. We don't have Krampus on our list. What's the deal with that?
I'm not a fan of Krampus.
Yeah, Shad Stewart said the original one is my favorite. I have to agree. He is a top 3 Santa.
Yep. Miracle on 34th Street Santa. Yep. Absolutely.
But
what else you got?
This is interesting. I really this is all my time favorite. There you go, man. Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yes. There's a great movie. And I'm a little sad. The thing about the Peanuts. This is more news. It actually came out last week, or maybe the week before. No. This came out before Thanksgiving. I'm sorry. Rewind a little bit. Apple has bought the rights to Peanuts. And
Hey, are you talking about the cartoon characters or the entire?
Yes, they bought the Peanuts franchise. Apple owns the Peanuts franchise, and it will be hard to find live on TV this year. It is available on Apple Plus.
That's wrong. That is so wrong.
And okay, to make it slightly worse, Apple is planning new Charlie Brown TV shows.
No.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they own the whole franchise. They're letting it play like one time on like OETA or something like that. I don't remember all the limitations.
And who bought it again?
Apple. Apple did.
You must be out of your damn mind.
That's right. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so that happened. So if you're looking for Charlie Brown, it might be hard to find. Shad says only us old people like the Charlie Brown Christmas. My kids just make fun of it.
Then they get no gifts. They get no gifts.
I love the Charlie Brown movies. Jason says he hates apples.
Yeah. He's not much of a fruit guy.
Yeah, well,
We're talking about, he's not much.
Yeah, I like apples. So I like apples and Apple computers, but I do think that I'm a little sad that Charlie Brown got bought. I'm surprised Disney didn't snap it up, honestly.
They should have. I mean, I think Disney at least would probably show some love on it because
it would be if Disney had
because
it
had
would be
ABC.
on ABC.
Exactly.
Yep. It'd be on ABC. It would be on Freeform. You could see it 15 times before Christmas.
I just think that's wrong. It's a money grab for a movie that I remember as a kid loving. So
yeah. So let's talk about these two. You actually put this on the list twice. A movie and the remake.
Yes,
and
exactly.
Let's discuss it because I like one and I really don't care for the other, and I'm wondering how you feel about that. And that is,
I already have a guess what what it is.
The
Go ahead.
original Grinch. I love the original Grinch. Mm-hmm. I am not a fan of the remake with Jim Carrey.
Oh, I like it.
Do you like it?
I really like it. I think it's Ron Howard. He's the director. Yep. Jim Carrey. I think he's a perfect fit for it. And
I definitely agree. Jim Carrey is a great actor. He does very well in that movie. I don't care for the storyline. I
don't know. It just tickled me, the whole thing. It's just some of the stuff that Jim Carrey did, and just his improv that he did through it. I don't know. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's not exactly the same of the original Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
And they took a liberty to it, but that's,
that's what they do.
That's what they do.
They did not do a horrible job. I don't hate this movie.
It's like there was one scene where he's in a little car, and he hits something and he runs away, and it's like one of those action movies where he jumps and the car explodes in the background, and it's funny, they take a little bit of this and a little bit of that, classic, but I mean, I don't think it was ever meant to be the Dr. Seuss, but oh dear Lord. Terrence says, I like them both. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, I will not hate on the Jim Carrey Grinch.
Don't get me wrong, the original
I thought the production was amazing.
Yeah.
Jason likes the classic Grinch, but
if I had to choose
thing they put together. For
Grinch.
Okay. See, I'm not into the love story thing. I wasn't into baby Grinch, that whole bit. But
I just found some humor in it. Now, if I had to pick one, the classic, of course, the one I grew up with. But I thought Jim Carrey did a pretty good job. So
absolutely. So what else you got?
This is one of my favorites right here. Is Elf. I'm sorry, Elf.
No, it is perfectly fine.
I love
Elf. Do you know what I'm going to say?
I always know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
You don't know what I'm going to say.
I guess I don't know what you're going to say.
You might know. You might remember. I really don't like Will Ferrell.
I know you don't.
I think I would love this movie if it wasn't Will Ferrell.
Bob Newhart plays the father in it. I love Bob Newhart. He's in the movie.
I know. There are great things about this movie. There's great moments. I just don't like Will Ferrell. I have never liked him in anything he's ever been in.
I think Elf is different. But anyway.
I need to watch it again and give it another shot.
Daryl McCarty just posted, it's the greatest of all time. Jason, Hamilton, I know he hates Will Ferrell. He says no, Will Ferrell. He must be a
South Pole elf.
That's right. I love that line.
That's me. That's me.
That's
Todd.
right.
Todd,
yeah, I don't see badly.
Santa.
We don't want to be taken off the air.
I don't know that we could. Hey, Jim's with me on this one.
Jim's Goldsberry, yes.
Yeah. See, so I'm not the only one. I thought I was really going to get hate from everyone.
No. Some people don't like Will Ferrell, and I like the movie. I mean, I love Elf and the premise of it. So
I do like the premise of this movie.
Yeah,
I liked the premise. I thought this is a funny idea. I can't get past the Will Ferrell problem.
Okay. Well,
so
maybe
what
have a
else?
more...
Let me see what else we have here on the list. Let's do this one. This one's kind of combining some. I am a huge Rankin and Bass fan.
Oh, I didn't know you went fishing. I didn't know you went fishing. That's awesome.
That is not exactly what I meant. But what I'm talking about is the Rudolph movies.
Oh, okay.
The Christmas movies.
Yes.
All the stop action movies from the 60s and 70s.
Those things scared me as a kid. Look at them. I mean, look at them.
I will say there were some scary things. There are some.
I mean, it's like
make.
those scary mannequins that you see at the mall, man. I don't know. I mean, I watched them. You know, I like, you know, my favorite one was what was it, Heat Miser, and then they had the.
Oh, that's the year without a Santa Claus.
Yeah, so
Heat
the
Miser
other one,
and Snow Miser.
Snow Miser. So they had a little song. You know, I like that song.
They each have their own little song.
But they were scary. I mean, as a kid, I would watch it because it was Christmas. Yes, Chad Stewart said freaky little creatures. Yes. Freaky little. Yes.
Well, they are some of my favorite Christmas movies. We're just gonna combine them all together. I don't know that there's a single one I don't like.
Exactly.
But you know, I understand they could be a little creepy. You know,
a little creepy. Anyway, I mean, they had those movement with their eyes. All of a sudden, they go. I mean, yeah. Anyway,
what Lamont says is A Christmas Carol a Christmas movie with no Santa. It doesn't have to have a Santa to be a Christmas movie. It just
but
has
it
to
helps.
It does help.
It does help.
It needs to be the theme of the movie has to be Christmas. So there's a Christmas movie we could bring up that doesn't have a Santa. Well, I'll let you pick. You pick a movie. You pick another movie.
Well, which one? Go ahead. You were on a roll here.
Oh, well, one of my other you know, I keep saying this is my favorite. This is my favorite. No, this is my favorite.
Yes,
I really can't. I don't know which one's my favorite, but I love. If I'm going to watch A Christmas Carol, it's going to be The Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah, same here.
It is the best Christmas Carol. It is fairly true to the Christmas Carol story.
Yes.
But they just throw in some Muppet fun from here and there.
Yeah,
My favorite line from the whole movie, you know, Gonzo is playing Charles Dickens. He's the narrator, and Rizzo the Rat is with him, and they're climbing up the gas light pole to light the lamp.
Yeah.
And Rizzo says, "Light the lamp, not the rat."
Plus, you got Michael Caine in it, man. Michael Caine
awesome.
is
brilliant.
I will tell you that is my favorite. I'm not a big fan of the original one. I am not a fan
black
of
and white.
I'm not a fan of the Disney one. It just doesn't do anything for me. It's kind of lame for me. But this one has the Muppet humor in it. Michael Caine is in it. It's just, I don't know. I enjoy that one. If I had to sit down and watch one, that would be that one right there.
Great moments from Muppet Christmas Carol is when the rats ask for extra coal from Scrooge, and he screams at them, and they all change into Hawaiian shirts and say, "We're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave."
It's a great movie. Great movie. Good holiday movie.
Definitely holiday movie. Definitely, I think this is definitely a Christmas movie. We don't have a true Santa Claus in this movie, but it all happens on Christmas Eve. The whole point is the redemption of Christmas Day, and he celebrates Christmas with the Cratchits or with his nephew, I guess, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's a great Christmas movie.
The next one, this one right here, it's the original Home Alone.
Home Alone. Now, this is the one we need to discuss.
Now, I love this meme where Joe Pesci's character says, "Why the hell did you take your shoes off?" And the other guy says, "Why in the hell you're dressed like a chicken?" And what makes that movie, and you have a little static again, my friend.
Oh, sorry.
But what makes that movie is not so much the kid, but Joe Pesci, and I can't remember the other guy's name, but those two guys are hilarious. Now, McCullen, he's fine.
Macaulay Culkin he's fine.
In the first one. The second one, I didn't care, and then they had these remakes after that. Yes, Home Alone is great.
Yeah.
The first one for me.
Now, this one we have to discuss. Is this a Christmas movie? And here's my question.
Go ahead.
It happens.
Go ahead, Grinch. Go ahead.
It happens during Christmas.
Yes.
But if the family had left to go to Paris in July, would it matter?
Well, you wouldn't have the same type of music. You wouldn't have some of the, what was the whole idea of, hitting houses during the Christmas time where everybody's on vacation. But no, I get where you're saying.
People go on summer vacation
no,
too.
Not anymore.
Not because of this pandemic thing, but
exactly.
Hopefully one day. But in the 80s when this movie was made, they sure
exactly.
did.
Yeah, they did.
But I mean, I won't fight anybody.
I see where you're getting at.
I wouldn't fight anybody just that this isn't a Christmas movie, but I feel like Christmas was just a backdrop. This could have happened any time during the year, and it still would have made sense.
Yeah, I think people can enjoy it as a Christmas movie, but the premise could be used in any holiday or any situation. Yep. So, I totally agree with that.
Christmas Chronicles. I have not seen this movie.
I have not seen that one either.
The second one it came out.
Oh,
Lamont went there.
Yeah.
I have this on my list at one time, and I wiped it off. Lamont just said the Star Wars Holiday Special. You know what? I'm going to go and say that is not a Christmas movie. That is a Life Day movie. And that's on November 17th. So it doesn't qualify for this list. However, I will say I did watch the Lego holiday, the Star Wars Lego holiday special. And it is not as cringeworthy as the original, but it's not great.
Well, because you don't have the original cast of Star Wars coming out like Luke Skywalker, like Hamilton coming out and dancing, and he had like three CPO, he's doing a little dance across the. And
you don't have Carrie Fisher singing words to the Star Wars theme. Oh my gosh! Why is this thing a thing?
Who thought it was a good idea? That's what I want to know.
Somebody in the 70s. That's a 70s. That has 70s written all over it, my friend.
Yeah, it has something to do with acid and angel dust. That's what it has to do.
Oh my gosh, that movie is. Oh, there's just so much cringe.
But
it's considered canon.
What do you think about this movie? I love this movie. But planes, trains, and all. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Since we were talking about the holiday special, I was going to say, two things from the holiday special. We wouldn't have the. Oh crud! Where is it?
We have the audio. This is an audio podcast too. You can't be silent. You can't be silent.
That long. We would not have this Nerf gun.
That's true.
If it wasn't for
that's true.
the Star Wars holiday special.
That's true. We do give thanks for that. We do give thanks for that.
Okay, so sorry. So
the next
go ahead.
one.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Okay.
So this is the journey. This is a road trip movie that's happening to get. Is it John Candy's trying to get home for Christmas?
Actually, Steve Martin trying
Steve
to get home for
Martin trying to get home
Christmas.
for
John
Christmas.
Candy is kind of the
It's been
pain.
a long time since I've watched.
Yeah,
this
John
movie.
Candy's kind of the pain in the rear, and he kind of befriends Steve Martin, even though Steve Martin doesn't really want to be befriended. He's trying to get home,
Yeah.
and somehow he ends up lumping in with John Candy's character, and it's all about Steve Martin trying to get home to his family for Christmas. And anyway, but so that's the whole premise of it. Now, whether you call it a Christmas movie or not is up to you. I hated Planes.
Jason Hamilton hated planes, trains, and automobiles. All comedy, and then suddenly super serious depression.
I don't, he needs to take some Xanax. But anyhow,
Gotta have some. I think it's a great movie. I haven't seen it in a long time, but Shad thinks it's a bad movie too.
oh
Wow.
man,
See,
I struck a nerve.
I know. I'm not going to hate on this movie, but I would say this probably qualifies as a Christmas movie because that poor rental car. Todd says something about that poor rental car. Oh my goodness. I would say it probably qualifies as a Christmas movie because the whole point is to get home for Christmas Day.
Oh my goodness, Todd. We miss John Candy. Yes, John
Yes.
Candy. I think that's what I like about John Candy. I like John Candy movies. So anyhow,
Yeah.
But
So let's see what else do we have.
let's look through our list of goodies here and see what we've got here, or our not so goodies.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I was going to say we're running out of the good movies.
yes. Lamont, he asked if does coffee really make you poop, and he's referring to my coffee cup that says "Coffee makes me poop," and yes, it does. Thank you, sir. And I have to go right now, but the show's not over. So
my
let's go
goodness.
ahead and
Let's go with this one. The Santa Claus.
Yes.
We've briefly mentioned it earlier. Because somebody said that Bad Santa was.
okay. Now the podcast wife cannot it's kind of like your deal with Jim Carrey. She cannot stand Tim Allen. She can
Really?
no.
Oh my goodness! See,
She's
love Tim
actually
Allen.
making a gagging noise right next to me. And the dog is wondering, I usually do that. But
That's why I'm a huge Tim Allen fan. I like his current show a lot.
the only reason I'm smiling because I'm getting a lot of negative energy from over here. So,
But being said, so the Santa Claus, Tim Lamont says Tim Yuck. So Santa Claus is
I like this movie.
I did too.
I liked it.
It's a nice little story. Tim Allen kills Santa Claus by mistake.
I saw another hate go up. I saw another hate face come up when I said that. I wonder if my wife did that or not.
Here, hold on. I can hover over it and find out.
Let's find out.
No, that would be Larry. Larry Stewart said he gave the hate face. Thanks, Larry. Appreciate that. By the way, did you guys know we can hover over the likes and the wows and stuff and find out who says what?
And I think they want to.
Terrence hates Tim Allen movies or anything he does. Wow.
We're not ending the show on a good note, are we? I mean,
man.
this is really bad. I mean,
Wow.
the Christmas spirits, Turtle Man, Todd face.
Oh my
VC,
goodness.
Dodd VC. Thank you, sir. Turtle Man.
Oh my goodness! I didn't think we were going to get this much hate on the Santa Claus.
I'm afraid to go anything. I'm afraid to go anything else here.
Jason enjoys Tim Allen. I will say this. Okay, just real quick on the Santa Claus. The first movie is I think the first movie is really good. The second movie is okay. The third movie shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
I knew we were going to talk about Christmas movies, so I didn't put it on the show where we talked about.
Yeah. That
movies
was one.
shouldn't have happened.
The first one, and that's it, far as I was concerned.
Really? See, I think the second one's okay. The third one is lame. I don't like it.
Daryl
likes
McCarty
it.
says I like him, so good.
Yep.
There you go. Feel a little bit better about myself.
I gotta see
Another
if there's
one
any
too.
other movies I can pull up really fast to redeem ourselves.
Well, I'm just gonna pull something up. Okay, this one right here. It's not exactly a Christmas movie, but the backdrop is Christmas. It's Grumpy Old Men. And
This is a great movie.
yeah, Mathau and Jack Lemmon. It's the background of the time. The season is Christmas.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. It's not, but I thought, let me throw that in there. Something a little bit different. Let's see if we got some hate for Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon out there.
Don't we have a you've got another movie that's Ryan Reynolds movie on there.
Yes, it's kind of an obscure one. I really like it.
I have not gotten a chance to see this movie, but I've heard about it multiple times.
I mean, the critics gave it a bunch of, didn't like it, but I really like it. It's really funny. And this is pre-Deadpool. And yeah, so he goes home and it's about Christmas time and he sees this sweetheart, the girl that he was best friends with in high school. And at the time, Ryan Reynolds was a big, heavy, awkward kid. So they were best friends, but he had a crush on her. And so now he's this, big talent agent and he's all buff now, but he goes back and tries to win her over. And he morphs back into this goofy guy, even though he's, transformed himself to this kind of this stud. Yes, Terrence, it's a great movie. I like it. It happens during the Christmas holiday.
Now, you know what? We could definitely end on this one, Mike.
Let's do that because
Deadpool
hopefully
Christmas special.
I didn't even think about that.
I'd forgotten about it.
I forgot about it.
They remade. If you guys don't know about this, you have to find. I don't even know if you can find it. It came out in theaters. It was only in theaters for a short while. You and I went and saw it last year.
Yeah.
They recut and remade Deadpool 2 as a Christmas movie, and they added this whole Princess Bride.
Oh yeah, they had Fred Savage in it.
Fred Savage was in it. It was brilliant.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah,
and it was all for a charity. What was it called?
I think it had to do with cancer. I think.
But what was the actual? It was Once Upon a Deadpool.
Once Upon a Deadpool. I thought you were talking about the.
No, I was just trying to remember the name of the movie, but it was Once Upon a Deadpool, and it was. If you've seen Deadpool 2 and you liked Deadpool 2, this just takes it. It takes it to a whole different place and cuts it to PG-13, so you could take your kids.
And it's just funny because they still play him for the adults. And there's a scene where Fred Savage. Anyway, I don't want to give it. I'm going to give it away. So, anyways,
Yeah,
Fred Savage is
such a great movie. Though
Fred Savage is back in the room where his grandfather was telling him the story about the Princess Bride, but Deadpool has him taped into bed where he can't get out, and he wondered where he's at. He was abducted. He's there. He's telling him his version of the story, and there you go. And then and I guess there was part of it where Fred Savage character, he started cussing. It was being beeped out, and Deadpool saying, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! This is PG-13." So, love it though. Yes. I forgot all about that.
I did too.
Thank you, Daryl. Man, I forgot all about that. I think
you saved the show.
He saved the show. Daryl McCarty, our audience has saved the show, and we need saving. And I think saving ourselves right now is ending the show.
Probably. Hey, real quick, definitely go like our Facebook page. Go join the Facebook group if you're not already. We would love for you to go check out our YouTube channel. You can see all of our previous season, our entire previous season on YouTube. Something about something, and then we are now an audio podcast. Yay!
Yay!
So you can find us on all the streaming, all the podcasting places. So whatever you look, you can find us. Something about something.
And if you're listening to the audio podcast right now, if you're listening to our audio podcast, just know that me and Ricky are nude.
No.
Okay, move on.
I'm not going. I'm not going that far. So, but if you are listening, if you listen to the audio podcast, we're working on getting all of our backlog uploaded there as well. If you'd like to hear some of our previous episodes, go check it out.
Yes.
Anything else we need to mention real quick?
Well, I think we
Lamont
do.
says Merry Christmas to all. We do have what?
Well, now we have a show next week, and I think the week after we're taking Wednesday off. Am I right?
Yes. So we've got a show on the 16th. That's next Wednesday, and then we're going to take to the 23rd. That's Christmas Adam.
Yes.
You know, because Adam came before Eve.
Yes, there we go.
Christmas Adam.
Okay.
It's 2 days before Christmas. So we're going to take the 23rd off, spend more time with our families, and then we will be back on the 30th for our New Year's special.
That's right, a New Year's special.
What are we talking about next week? I don't have the list pulled up, do you?
I think we're going to talk about, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to talk about the... you look it up, because I can't think of anything right now. I can't think of anything.
Future shows. Let's see. Oh, next week is going to be movies and games for 2021.
Yeah, let's look basically what movies in 2020 and video games that are coming out, or consoles, or what next year. We're going to be some predictions on what's happening in the industry. We're going to be talking about pros and cons. The whole thing with HBO Max is a big deal.
Yes.
How it's going to affect next year movies. We're probably getting more in depth about that. We'll talk about more stuff.
Maybe if they actually file some, if Legendary actually starts filing some things, maybe we'll have more information there.
We may be talking about how Microsoft and Sony are trying to navigate the new year with a shortage of their consoles, and some of the big acquisitions where Microsoft, bought, some big name companies that will give them a leg up on Sony. A lot of stuff going on.
And
next
lots
week
of
will
releases lots of releases coming out next year that
we need
to at
a lot of
least
good
address
stuff
for a little bit. So should we check on Manny real quick before we
Let's
go?
Yeah, let's see what Manny's doing. Here you go.
Manny is asleep again.
He's asleep again. Yes, most of our audience as well. That's what we do to our audience. We put them to sleep.
Apparently.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Man, that was quick. Man, that was a fast thing. But he's tired now, and he'll probably go back to sleep. And he's looking.
I think we actually
and
have
he's staring,
lag.
and he's staring, and now he's going to bite somebody. And we
got some video.
This
lag
is the
on
most.
the
This is the
Manny
most. This is the most action I've seen. Oh my goodness! No. Oh. And that's how he think. That's what he thinks about the show. So anyway,
and if you're listening to the audio podcast, you need to go to YouTube to see what just happened.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. We need to wrap up. We got
we
anything
do.
else?
On the 30th, I think for our New Year's special, I think we're gonna do all things Mando, or we're gonna talk about the
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
We're going to watch Wonder Woman.
Okay, now listen.
We're going to spoiler alert
the
heck out of it.
On the 30th, December 30th, be prepared. Watch it, because we're gonna watch it, and we're gonna talk about it full blown on the 30th. So beware and be prepared. So we will end it on that.
Okay. Are we done?
We're done.
All right. That was the wrong video. This has been the Something About Something podcast with your host, Mr. Mike Schilling.
And my good friend, Mr. Ricky Polk with the static. Thank you very much.
Oh.
I'm going to buy you a microphone for Christmas. Or I'll lend you one or something like that.
Yeah, something.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's
everybody,
my mic or my cable.
Your cable?
Or my interface. Something is not right, but...
I think that's us. I don't think we're right.
We're not right in the head.
I don't think we're right in the head. Man.